Alexandra Daddario knows a thing or two about the Percy Jackson franchise, and she had something to say about the new adaptation. While part of the fandom is heavily praising the new Disney Plus show Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the others aren't as satisfied as they were expected to be. With Rick Riordan at the helm, the show was supposed to be the best adaptation possible and surpass the previous movies without any problem. With the number of episodes out, people can finally make a judgment for themselves, and the reactions are mixed. From changes in the appearance of the characters to the change of events, the show surprises even the biggest fans of the novels. When it comes to the cast, Walker Scobell was a promising actor from the start, as fans wanted him in the show. The sassiness and courage to oppose adults made Walker a perfect candidate for the role of Percy. The fandom agreed that if you shake the books enough, Walker will fall out right from the pages, which is probably the biggest compliment the young actor could get from the fandom who wanted a faithful adaptation of their beloved books. The only issue was his appearance, which resembles another character that should show up much later in the series, Will Solace. But everyone who got used to it can now enjoy delivery with a perfect amount of sass and rebellion, which is typical for the son of Poseidon. Besides the appearances, which don't match the description in the novels, the production decided to change several plot points, some of which affect the story more than others. With more episodes being released, bigger changes are being made. The novels were, however, written a long time ago, so it's no surprise that Rick wants to change things. Some things that were acceptable in the early 2000s aren't acceptable today. One of the examples could be Medusa's description in the book, where she wore a veil and were described as looking like a Middle Eastern woman, which wouldn't fly these days. It's good that the production decided to adapt it according to standards that are applied in the movie industry during the social media era. What's more, the audience likes the change in the portrayal of the gods. They're beings who don't care about anyone, not even their own children. We could see it in the moment when Athena refused to help Annabeth in the temple. She literally opened the door to Chimera to finish the job on the trio. All that just because Percy sent the head of Medusa to Olympus and Annabeth didn't stop him, which embarrassed her mother. The demigods have difficult relationships with their divine parents, but for them, it's normal. But for Percy, it's incomprehensible. He's in complete disbelief when his father saves him from a certain passing away. The fans love how all of these changes are setting up the real moral problem of the novels, and it'll be interesting to see the characters approach it. Besides characters, the events were changed as well. Episode 5 can be a prime example where Annabeth and Percy are sent to retrieve Ares' shield. In the book, Grover was also with them instead of trying to encourage the god of war. Annabeth and Percy experience an amusement park made by Aphrodite's jealous husband. But Percy is for the second time that day sacrificing himself for the sake of his companions and the quest. The two actors, Leah and Walker, completely devoured that scene. Funnily enough, these two are barely friends in the first book and far, far away from becoming partners. Some people said that this episode was even better than in the books, in which it happened much more differently and without so much emotional depth. What's more, the scene with What Is Love playing in the background has a real chance to show what the casino scene and Poker Face are for the movie. Leah's acting was good from the beginning, but the scene where Percy turned gold on the throne and she was supposed to get the shield and leave him there only showed how amazing an actress she is. It's hard to believe that her casting was so controversial a few months ago, that even Alexandra Daddario shared her thoughts on it. When Leah Sava Jeffries was cast as Annabeth Chase, the decision wasn't well received by the fans of Rick Riordan's franchise. Rick was the first one who defended the casting of young Leah. It was important for him that the kids would truly embrace their characters and their manners, and not just their appearance, which didn't play the key role while looking for the show's new stars. The backlash that Leah faced was truly unbearable, but she managed the situation like a champ. Alexandra, however, faced a similar fate when she was cast as Annabeth in the Percy Jackson movies, alongside Logan Lerman. The movies weren't perfect, and the author of the novels still doesn't even acknowledge them as a part of the franchise, as they butchered the character and the story development. The speed run in the relationship from reluctant friends to being in love between Percy and Annabeth, which takes whole 5 books, wasn't received well, and it's not a surprise as the relationship is one of the most iconic slow burns, but the final product is definitely worthy of the wait. In the movie, there were also many changes made in the story as a whole, which wasn't appreciated by the audience, but many agree that Logan Lerman was a perfect Percy if we disregard his age, since he was in his 20s instead of being 12. Some fans had a problem moving on from his portrayal of Percy and wanted him to appear in the show, at least for a cameo. Others wanted Logan to be more connected to the story and be a parent to another version of Poseidon. He's at the age when he could pull off playing the god of the sea, but when he was asked in the interview about his potential role in the show, he denied everything for now. What's more, Logan already had contact with Walker when the young actor praised Logan's performance in Perks of Being being a wallflower in his DMs. Walker said in the interview, "I'd like to hear some advice from Logan Lerman. I really liked his Percy Jackson." Walker got his wish answered as Logan praised him for his amazing work and told him to enjoy eating the blue food while shooting the show, as it looked like it would be a big hit. Walker is, however, aware of the difference between the two portrayals, as they're both completely different people, so it's clear that their performances would be different. While Logan was perceived as the best actor at the wrong time in the movies, the same can't be said about Alexandra, who also didn't match the book description of Annabeth's appearance. In the novels, Annabeth has stormy gray eyes and blonde curly hair, which are her typical signature look. In the first movie, The Lightning Thief, Alexandra had her hair brown and pinned straight, which was met with a distaste for the movie character. All backlash because of her appearance led to Alexandra dyeing her hair for the sequel, Sea of Monsters. Seeing all the comments that were trying to rip the young actress apart even before she appeared in the show, Alexandra wrote on Twitter, "Leah Jeffries is going to be an incredible Annabeth." This one comment made many internet trolls look like fools. But Leah added fuel to the fire when she said that when people claimed that she isn't able to portray Annabeth the same as Alexandra, "They're right, I'm not her and I cannot play like her, but I'm going to show you who I am and how I'm going to play it. I'm not trying to be like anyone else. I want to be myself, and I want to make sure that other girls understand that too." But Alexandra didn't stay only with defending, but she, like the rest of us, was ready to see what Disney Plus together with Rick Riordan could create. She wrote on her Twitter, "Excited for the new Percy Jackson series." According to her, Percy Jackson changed her life for the better. She still gets recognized as Annabeth even though the last movie was released in 2013. The reason for her recognition is probably the number of iconic scenes that are still part of pop culture. The casino scene while Lady Gaga's poker face is blasting in the background is one of them. Alexandra's life changed since she was last playing Athena's daughter. She has become a stepmother, which gave her another perspective on the novels and other Percy Jackson projects. She can easily understand why not only children love the series and why they enjoy reading the quantum of books. She said in the interview, "It gets them understanding about what it is to be different and to struggle with things. Percy Jackson is a story that doesn't shy away from showing children struggling with dyslexia and ADHD, as almost every demigod suffers from these conditions. They are supposed to help them to survive, as their skills are sharper and they're almost always battle ready, and dyslexia helps them with understanding Greek, which is a big part of their heritage." According to Alexandra, these reasons are part of why people enjoy Percy's story so much. There's support all around them, at least partially, but these demigod children aren't alone in their struggles but share them with their demigod/camp family. Alexandra said in the interview, "In addition to just being wonderfully entertaining, I think it's great that a whole new generation of kids will have the opportunity to see it on TV. People would love to see Alexandra return to the franchise in any capacity, but most people agree that she should play Athena, the goddess of wisdom and Annabeth's mother. The show hasn't cast Athena yet, so the opportunity is still there. Even though Alexandra hasn't made any comment about her joining the show yet, she can't be ruled out. Everybody can probably remember the whole situation with Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man No Way Home when he almost swore on his life that he wasn't in the movie, but then appeared and the fans lost their cool. So nothing can be crossed out. These days, it looks like Alexandra is enjoying her married life with 2 stepsons, while also appearing in new projects like voicing Louise Lane in Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. Who knows, maybe one day we'll meet her in Percy Jackson again. The fans would definitely love that.